in Rome, or no, it wasn't Rome. It was at a Grand Prix. Grand Prix.
Let me shuffle real quick.
Something.
Oh yeah,
A Grand Prix. Cedric was playing in an extended side event, and the convention hall was closing. It was like 3 a.m. or whatever, and they just took a trolley to the nearest hotel and played in the lobby of the hotel, the finals. And there were about 30 people all watching it, and
what's third and fourth day?
And they got to finish. They didn't. Originally the judge said, okay, you guys are splitting, because the prize was like, a full set of duels for first and a full set of fetches for second, or other way around. And so they're saying, okay, well, we'll give, 2 of each duel and 2 of each fetch to both of you. And Cedric was obviously not okay with that. And they're like, well, we don't have a choice. And eventually they did let him play, and Cedric did indeed win. But yeah, I mean that's happened. I've seen that happen before. I've seen it. People having to go to like 24-hour Chinese restaurants to finish tournaments, and as kind of slummy as that is, it's not a highlight. With the spotlights on and the cameras running. But I mean, at the end of the day,
that's where we
you can say that the winner. Yeah, you can say that the winner of the tournament won the top 8. With because they won the games and not they won the games of Magic, and not because they won these little sub games that the clock creates.
So here's the names. Nichols is still on the same side. They didn't split. Chris made another counter offer of he gets 1,250, and the other 3 split the rest.
Chris is
Chris
43 lands?
Walter,
I really
yeah.
wasn't trying to slow roll.
43 lands.
I made a lot of mistakes.
And Sean Gray is playing 3 color merfolk. Usually 1 color merfolk has a chance. You add those 2 colors.
Yeah, add those 2 colors for Swords to Plowshares that are just dead against the
The 2 colors are definitely for
Tarmogoyf
swords, but unfortunately that means you have to play non-basic lands, which you just get eaten alive.
Yeah. People keep texting me, so I'm going to turn off my phone. Stop texting me. So people, hey, I'm watching. Yeah, I can read your comments. So a bunch of comments say my name earlier. There's probably questions and stuff, or maybe just people that don't want to hear my voice.
Ben SW said, "Did you see my text? It was real important."
I can't find where people were saying my name.
Are we on us still? Or? No, we're all right.
Get
So
Brassy to comment. Dance? I mean, I don't want to get Brassy on here and have him just complain and tilt.
He's really tilty.
I mean, he's a big boy, and he's obviously doing fine, but I don't want him to come on here frustrated. If he's willing to come on here, he will.
No, he'd be willing to come on here and be frustrated, but
yeah,
I don't know. We only want happy people over on this stream. It's a happy stream.
Say something?
I don't know. He doesn't look too happy. That's that grin. I know too well that it's hiding frustrations. You should have played faster, Michael Burnett. That's all I have to say. So let's talk about this match. So we have Billy Nichols on the right playing Team America. Funny note, yesterday he was helping out ggslive. He was our score guy.
Our tech guy?
He was the numbers guy.
He was the
numbers guy. We call him the numbers guy.
I call him the floor guy.
He was the numbers guy.
Isn't that what you do for the big man?
I used to.
Wizzo?
Nah, I stepped up. I moved on up. I'm the floor reporter now.
Thank you. I like when you wore the all black with the hat and the headphones. You look like a ninja in the night.
I never had a hat. You can't wear a hat with those headphones.
Just the headphones I mean.
Yeah. I mean, after work,
sneaking around between matches,
I mean, I'm still wearing all black, so
being the spotter.
That was a pretty pitiful 3-die roll. It was definitely a 5. 6-sided.
I liked when I was watching it, and I was friends with you, but we weren't really that close.
I actually didn't like you back then,
okay.
so that maybe that had a lot to do with it. Like, we weren't too close.
I was watching the watching the coverage, and every once in a while I just see your hand point on the card. You missed the trigger there,
Like,
buddy.
that's not how this works.
Yeah, this thing should be dead, buddy.
All right, so good luck handshake, and we are off. Of course, Nichols playing Goblins. We saw him in the quarters. So this is the semifinals of the Star City Games Open Series here in Indianapolis. This is the legacy portion. Good old Sunday. Got Rashad Miller here in the booth with AJ Soccer, the Satch.
How's it going, guys?
Do you like being called the Satch?
I mean, it's probably not going to stick. I have no qualms against it, but the Satch, yeah.
Oh, we're going to go with this. How about Satchmo?
Satchmo.
And Ray's over here, but he's not on mic. If he yells really loud, you may hear him.
If he yells loud, then maybe his voice will register. Looks like some magic is underway. So we have the Mono Red Goblins deck against the blue, black, green,
Team America.
control-ish, mid-range deck.
It's kind of mid-range. It has
this is the Tombstalker deck.
Tombstalkers, Tarmogoyfs,
I believe
Counterspells,
that this deck was
Snuff Outs.
created. I don't know if it was created, but its big profile debut was
by Austrians.
Australian.
Australians.
It was the Australian
But it's
national
called Team
team.
America.
Australian national team. With their captain Aaron Nicastri, Rookie of the Year, and Juzza was the legacy, and he played it, and I believe they ended up getting second, losing to the U.S. in the finals of the team portion. That's at least that's when I had first learned about the deck.
Right. All right. So this Eighth of Vial meets a Forcer Will.
Eighth of Vial against any of these blue decks is a real beating, because if you can just get a couple matrons or a ringleader or something, you can overwhelm the blue decks very easily.
Oh wow, it was a Daze and a Forcer Will.
With why did we Daze? Just
because there was a mana open. I don't know why. We just
didn't want to get his
Forcer Will.
underground wasted, probably.
True.
But yeah, the card advantage that some of the goblins can produce against these blue decks is pretty strong, because even the counter spells, the Forcer Wills rather, are he's down a card just to counter something. So the matrons and the ringleaders, the damage that they do and the cards that they draw, it adds up, and it's kind of funny that the mono red aggro deck is kind of out attritioning the blue decks in these games.
So don't give up on goblins.
We don't have a land.
Is that what we're learning?
But we didn't shuffle. Oh, we do have a land. We replayed it from the Days. I'm sorry.
Right.
Looked like he tried to show his ponder to the camera. I don't know if that means it was really good or really bad.
It was 2 land and a spell of some sort. I couldn't remember.
People are still talking about the
time
in the last round.
Well, you know what? You're just gonna have to live with it, and you know what? This match right here is time too. So we better.
The next one will be too.
Yeah, so we better get to it so that we don't run out of time again. This underground is working overtime.
Yeah, it's really getting his money's worth out of that underground.
Reminds me of the old. Well, you won't remember this at all, but the Miracle Grow deck was basically a 6-land control deck.
Was that the land that bounced itself?
No, it just had it was 2 islands, 4 tropicals, 4 land grants, and it used like Corn Dried and a bunch of free spells. Like every spell was free.
Interesting.
It had Gush. Gush is what made that good.
I mean, Gush is what made a lot of decks good that had Gush in it.
Did it have 10 land? Okay, maybe it had 10 land. 10 land and 4 land grants. 6 islands, 4 trop. There you go. A lot of cantrips, a lot of one cancel cost blue spells.
So that was like
Gush.
the early edition of the threshold decks of today.
Yeah,
Kyrian Drive,
But-
Standing Your Tarmogoyf, and